is up? Mic check. Can I get a mic check from you guys? Sorry. Sorry, my voice is going out. I've been out of work here for a minute. Good to see you guys. I wanted to kick it back. Get a stream in, say what's up to you guys. Give you guys a little family update with me. We did have our baby. So shout out to my wife. 4th baby in 5 years. Bam. So I'm not talking about it. I'm doing it, right? Shit's rough out here. So with that said, we are doing the donos tonight. PayPal, CashApp, Venmo, get chalked up. I want to talk about Andrew Wilson. I've been kind of dude's just constantly in my feed. I've been kind of kicking ideas with EBT for a little bit, but I can't rely on EBT to stream. The guy's like never available when I'm available. But I think we kind of share some of the same thoughts about Andrew. We've talked about him a little bit. And he was live tonight. I was watching him tonight, and he said you need $300 to eat a Thanksgiving dinner. Like, bro, you live in a different reality than me. Hey, but Andrew Wilson, you want to send me $300 and feed my 5 kids, bro? I'll bend the knee. I'll send you the pictures. We could definitely use it. Shit's rough out here, bro. Yeah, I see all the congratulations in the chat. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate you. Yeah, we had a little baby. Beautiful baby girl. Born on 11/11. And in the hospital we were at that night, there was 11 babies born on 11/11. So that's pretty cool. But we're done now. I'm gonna go get my dick chopped off now. I'm going to the vet. I'm gonna go get something done, bro. You want to donate to the you want to donate to the veterinarian fund? Go get me taken care of. Soul Reed says congrats. How many babies you going for? John Wayne says I'm gonna stop here. I'm at 7, bro. 2 are adults, but we got 7 total. Shit's rough, bro. Hey, it's by the grace of God. Like I definitely can't do it alone. And once I started accepting God in my life, I ended up meeting my wife, and basically the Red Sea part, and it got us down here to Jacksonville. Everything fell into place for us to come move to Jacksonville, and it's been really good so far. Oh man, so let's get into the juicy details. It's nothing too juicy here. Let's turn off the bond. I like the bond, but thanks everyone that's here. Appreciate you. We're just gonna hang out here. I don't have it like a crazy prepared stream, but I did see this. I opened Twitter like 2 times today. The shit was all over it from a few days ago. Been kind of talking about Andrew Wilson. Oops. You guys probably have seen this clip. I'd like to also cover kind of whatever in that Brian guy tonight. It's a very weird thing to me, like how popular this is and what the real like psyop is behind it or whatever. I mean, obviously it's all in my opinion. I can't. Hardyberry says, "Don't snip it, don't emasculate." I just, it's so much money, bro. And it's so then the time and like having my wife out of action, being pregnant, it's so hard. We don't have anyone else. We don't have any other like grandparents or anything here to help us. It's rough. Dr. Dave says Andrew's butt buddies with Jim Bob. Yeah, I saw that. I know that. It's a weird thing to me. The orthodoxy takeover of the internet space is unorganic or inorganic. Is that how you say it? I'm not sure, but I'm kind of perceiving everything through that lens. Anything you're seeing like trending hard is what they control what trends, so they could throttle it if they really didn't want you to see it. But this is what. So full disclosure here, I'm not really. This is kind of this lady on the right. So this lady on the right, if I'm not mistaken, she was like I'm not 100% sure I'm right on this. I think it's a woman, born a woman, became a man, and then detransition back to a woman. I could be. I mean, you know how crazy this shit is. Who knows? But if I think it's something like that, and they're debating. I watched a decent amount of this debate. Yeah, Andrew destroyed her point by point. She's got nothing. She's got the feminist worldview and shit. How are you going to debate nuclear family against feminism? But this shit was trending hard right here today.
I'll try to rephrase this. I'm going to reframe, and I'm just going to be totally honest with you. I will never be able to convince you of my worldview.
You won't.
I know. But the reason is not because I'm not a great orator or I don't make good points or I haven't said things which should be compelling to a person. But Charlie, I just think honestly, you're too fucking stupid to understand them.
So Andrew, can I sell you on my worldview?
Yes.
Your wife has 3 baby daddies and has been married twice before.
And you
under
you lick sniz.
Under your religion.
You lick sniz.
What is that?
You're a fucking dyke. Don't talk shit about my wife, you stupid bitch. Shut your fucking mouth. Shut your stupid bitch mouth.
Your wife with the 3 baby
What did I just say? Dyke?
Your wife with the 3
Sorry,
baby
I'm sorry,
daddies?
Dyke. Is she morally inconsequential in comparison to your ditch licking?
Do the men that
Damn,
you try
bro.
to
Dude straight up crashed out over like that's like he should be used to that one. People been hitting him with that one for a long time. And if you got I made the damn same short like over a week ago, like 9 days ago, I think. I put look at 8. Oops, let me switch my tab here. That's 8 days ago. I made the same damn short. She probably saw the short. This is the short I put up. Oh, where is it? Hold on. He should be used to this shit. Like he shouldn't be crashing all that. So I think he's getting a lot of fact just from how he reacted to that. Not necessarily that kind of what she said, but it's more that he chimped out about it. That she got wrecked the whole debate, and that was kind of her flip the table moment. She was done and just gonna fuck with him. But then he let it like get to him, and he looked real insecure or something. But this is the short I made 9 days ago. It's the exact same shit she said. Oops.
Revolt carriage to it makes sense why men have this kind of like revolt carriage to women with multiple men. So you want to assure that that's their offspring.
Do I have 5 kids by 3 guys? Yes, I do.
It makes sense why men have this kind of like revolt carriage to women with multiple men. So you want to assure that that's their offspring.
Do I have 5 kids by 3 guys? Yes, I do.
Yikes. So I put that up over a week ago. And now the shit's trending. That exact same. Where's my motherfucking cloud? Why does the training get the cloud, bro? Where's my cloud for this shit, bro? I wouldn't even say me. Other people have said that to him and all that. Like, I'm surprised he let it like get under his skin so hard because that's really what, like, a lot of the comments I'm reading about it are more about the way he reacted.
Do the women that you try to?
Your hatred against.
Do you the women that you try to?
That they shouldn't.
You know,
like,
Charlie. Did I bring
women? Do they know
Charlie?
that
Did I bring
wife
your
is 5
family?
years older?
Did I bring any of your
You
family
called me
into
fucking
anything?
Stupid.
Did I
You
say
called
anything
me
about
fucking
your
stupid.
family being stupid, Charlie?
You could.
It's
You could
because
go
I'm
for it.
better than you, Charlie.
No, it's because you're embarrassed, and you know that the traditional values that you try to sell people on
Okay.
are bullshit because
Let's
you
go
are not a
through it.
traditional man.
Chuck, let's go through it.
You are not a traditional
Let's
man.
go through it, Chuck. Tell me what I'm doing, which is immoral. I'll try to
Ouch, bro. This shit was I seen this all over. Look at this one clip alone has like 1 million views almost. Creeping up on 1 million views. And the lady that wrote this one, I don't know who this is, Isabella Maria De Luca. She writes his current wife, Rachel, met Andrew while he was still married. She did the very thing she claims to despise, be a whore. She opened the door and apparently other things to a married man with a whole family at home. She got pregnant. Andrew left his wife and kids, and to this day, I still can't figure out what the appeal was. Rachel now has children with 3 different men. When she gave birth to her and Andrew's baby, he made her take a paternity test. Yikes, bro. That's real insecure. Where is revolving door Rachel now, you ask? She is on X, where she lectures women on morality who have banging bodies and wear bathing suits to the beach, aka me. She is the biggest, and I mean that in every sense. Whore, I know. I don't know. Let's see who this person is. No, is my damn internet going down? No. Let me know if the stream is still working, because for some reason the X isn't working. Is X the problem, or is it my fucking stream? Damn it. Andrew Wilson paid the Russian bots to put an attack on me. Yeah, okay. The chat says we're still here. What happened with X? Is just X just down, maybe? Anyway, we want to get in. You want to get into some Rachel lore? Where do we want to go? We can get into some Rachel lore. The other one was EBT and I talked about this on a different stream before. Okay, everyone's still here. I don't know why the X shit out on me. I thought my whole internet went down or something. We can go back there later. It's probably Andrew Wilson sent the Russian bots. He called Tenant Media and said, "Yo, pull it, pull it." So they did Debate Con this weekend or whatever it was. And this was a real shitty move, I thought, because I thought Andrew, maybe I'm totally wrong because I don't follow that. I just pocket watch, man. I just watch it from the sideline. I thought Andrew was more kind of had a working relationship with a modern day debate guy. And if I'm not mistaken, is he not one of the main guys behind the Debate Con or whatever that just happened? And then when they do the Debate Con, the weekend of that, Andrew comes out and premieres this preview for this new series he wants to do or is going to do. And this is where EBT and I were talking before. This is like really cringe, jump the shark type moment, but I'll play it in case you guys haven't seen it. Something called I can't even say it, bro. Something called Word War Debate. Dr. Dave says, excuse me, who is promoting this douche Andrew? Why is he so popular? He is so obvious a shill. The glowy zone, baby. I want to kind of get into that tonight, and we can unpack that a little bit, right? We could try. I mean, we don't have any concrete evidence or anything. I can lay down some ideals. Number one dude guy said that Somali guy lost the Minnesota election because he was from the wrong Somali tribe. Yeah, I've been meaning to do my second Min Sanity stream. Maybe I can do it tomorrow or something. That we got the baby back home and we're getting the kids in the sleeping rhythm again. I think I could have streamed last night. I was a little gun shy. I thought maybe the babies would be waking up, but it didn't happen last night. So I'm gonna try it tonight. And I'm off for 2 more weeks. So I got plenty of time to stream, but I do have a lot of the Somalian stuff in Minnesota that I want to cover. But yeah, right here, Captain Cabbage says that clip of Charlie triggering Andrew really went viral. Gotta love it. At the same time, though, Andrew completely destroyed all of her points and everything. I didn't see the whole thing, but I saw quite a bit. Everything that I saw, he was wrecking her bad. And then she kind of does that to flip the table and basically say, "Fuck you." He should have never let it get to him the way it did. I mean, it's easier said than done, right? But I think the reaction of him is really what's spurring the virality of it. But he's supposed to be Mr. Stoic, right? Like, oh, I'm this stoic, orthodox man of Christ. I got triggered by a fucking troon. But here's his new thing he's got coming up next year, beginning of next year, called Word War Debate. Check this out. This is pretty cringe.
The Enlightened Network is proud to present Word.
Okay, first an orthodox guy.
The Enlightened.
Can you imagine this shit, bro? Let's get real for a second. First of all, hold on.
Network.
The Enlightened Network, a guy that claims to be orthodox, now in bed with some shit called the Enlightened Network. The logo is basically like Tree of Knowledge, some Kabbalah shit or something here. The Sephiroth, 10 Sephiroths. Right? Could you imagine the shit, bro? Even if you're not Orthodox, could you imagine the shit? Imagine you're just married, you're not even Orthodox, and you tell your wife, "Hey, honey, I'm gonna go to California. I'm gonna go to LA or wherever the fuck they're at. Where they're at, Santa Barbara or whatever. I don't know where they're at, but honey, I'm gonna go to California this weekend and hang out with about 10 to 15 different 18, 19, 20-year-old whores. And I'm gonna stay for the whole weekend. And I'm gonna go again next weekend and the weekend after that. Could you imagine that? Even if you aren't married. So this guy he talks a lot of shit about like, oh, I'm orthodox and appeal to orthodoxy and all that, but from his fruits, like I don't really see I see him hanging out with whores, which I could understand maybe a couple times. Like you're trying to grow your channel, you want to get on there, dunk on them, yada yada. I could see it a few times, but it's like a reoccurring, nonstop thing. I'm gonna leave my wife at home. I'm gonna go sit at a table with 10 whores, 10 OnlyFans whores. And what happens when the camera goes off? How does his wife know what happens? Even if nothing happens, let's say nothing even happens, but why, even as a married man, like why would you put yourself in that situation continuously over and over and over? Like, oh, you think you got this? You think you can just do this over and over and never be tempted or give in to temptation or something? Fucking weird, bro. Yeah, my common sense says it's gonna go downhill quickly. It's a weird thing to me. I couldn't imagine telling my wife, like, yeah, I'm gonna go hang out with about 10 whores in a totally different state, and I'll be back in 3-4 days. My wife would be like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? But this is his word war debate. Let's go back to this.
Network is proud to present Word War Debate, the premier
So now this is that one. Is this the Ben Swan guy? Is this him? The guy from RT, Russia State Media?
debate league. I'm Ben Swan.
Bam. The Pizzagate guy. This is literally the Comet Pizza guy, isn't it? Working for Russia State Media.
And I'm here to introduce the new gold standard of debates. Every statement, every argument, every counterpoint is tested under the lights in real time. Let's send it over now to Andrew Wilson and Sam Tripoli inside the ACX1 studios in Atlantic City. Guys?
What we decided to do.
So here's another one. I'm going to go hang out with some secular guys in Atlantic City. And I get it, bro. It's a job. I totally understand. I wouldn't even call it a grift. I see a lot of people in chat call them, grift. It's literally, if you treated it like a job and you're able to maintain that professionalism and everything. When you're going to Atlantic City, when you're going in front of whores constantly, I mean, come on, buddy. Even if nothing's happened to this point, you're putting yourself down the wrong path and putting yourself in harm's way to blow up your family and everything you've worked for. No man can walk that tightrope like forever and ever.
It was get a great team of people together, get one hell of a venue, and put together some of the funnest and most riveting debates that you've ever seen.
Fuck is Tripoli doing? He's zooted, bro. Look at Tripoli's jaw.
And I'm going to moderate these debates. And this is going to be fantastic.
And if you
check out the shoulder pads on Wilson here. This is really like a jump the shark moment.
Fantastic.
And if you're lucky, maybe at the end, Andrew might debate. We don't know. Why would we have Michael Jordan sitting aside coaching? Why not throw him in the game?
We're going to have the
Michael Jordan, it's just accepted. This guy, hold on. I don't really like being on the camera, but it's accepted that this guy is like the greatest debater of all time. He debates 19-year-old OnlyFans prostitutes, and he goes on TikTok, brain rot streams, and like debates these dipshits. He does have some debates like in the YouTube sphere and everything, but that's the majority of his fucking kills. Dropping 20 bombs on fucking OnlyFans thoughts and shit. Now, I'd like to know here, man, what the fuck's going on with his leg here? Does he have like a peg leg or something? Not that there's anything wrong. What is going on here, bro? It's like a canoe, bro. His whole leg's like carved out. What the fuck is going on? It looks like he can barely walk. What's going on here, bro? Does he have like some degenerative spine issue or like an injury or something? Like, Bro, this is like a fondue platter or some shit right here. It's like they'll bring out like queso on this at like Chili's. They'll fill this up with queso and bring it to your fucking table. It's a giant bowl. What the fuck is going on there? That's the gravy bowl. Snow said, I'm sorry, but the videographer did a horrible job at making them look strong and big. Okay. And thank you, Jake. That ain't no Carhartt guy. Exactly. This dude is clearly, you can tell by the way he's like slouched over. I have no idea what the fuck he did before he did all this internet shit, but he's clearly like a coder or some guy that sat at a desk forever. You can just tell by his posture and everything and his ability to sit at a desk for fucking 12 hours. I can't do that, bro. I'm like, need to stand up, move around, and work. This dude can sit at a stream for like 12 hours a fucking day. So he has to have been like, I would guess he's a coder or some type of shit like that. Some machinist or something where you sit down at a job and just sit for hours and hours. And then that's not like a real manual job, right? I mean, who knows? I don't know what kind of job he had, but then you see him out here wearing Carhartt and all this shit. He's trying to flex so hard that he's like the real man's man. Andrew Wilson, I wear Carhartt, man. I'm the real man's man.
He's a man, such a man, such a man. He's a real man's man. He's a man.
I shoot guns, guys. I drink coffee and smoke cigarettes. I swear I'm a man's man, guys. I swear. Yeah, a Marlboro man. He better be smoking Marlboros, bro. Shit better not be no Pall Malls. I don't know what he smokes. Somebody might know, but good to see you, Freedom Grower. Mr. Dick. How you doing, Dick? Go back to Wilson here. And I don't actually disagree with his points. Let me make that clear. You know, you're arguing from the most logical position from a nuclear family and like a Christian society and everything. Like that's pretty hard to beat if you have like that foundation down and stuff. It's a lot of this other shit though. This thing especially is weird to me. This I can't say it, bro. Word war debate. Okay, Captain Cabbage says he said he was a robotics engineer, so I'm pretty sure he fixed claw machines at bowling alley. Yeah, see, he's some kind of engineer. So I knew he was some. He's not some like wrench dude like EBT. You can just tell, bro. You can tell that Carhartt fits him different than it fits a guy like EBT. He's the one buying used Carhartt from me on eBay. I find some Carhartt double knees that are like beat to hell and grease all over, and people paying extra money to wear that shit in public. It's this type of dude. I swear, I'm a man's man.
Best on, and we're going to put it in the best venue.
There's debates all over the place, but there's no brand of excellence where you go, this is where the best go to
Why is this cuffs like so long, bro?
bang.
And to that effect, that's exactly what we're putting together in this venue.
I swear, bro, this looks like an ex-strip club. I can just see the pole coming down the middle of the stage here, and the chick comes in from the second or third floor and comes down. Converted strip club. Now they're gonna turn it into debate league. This dude's a fucking debate nerd, bro. Like, you know, the debate nerds from high school. That's what this dude is. He's like a debate nerd.
Now we're going to bring that standard of having all that moderation excellence, where I can moderate this debate fairly. A lot of people try their hand at debate moderation.
Is this a peg leg here? Hold on. Can you guys see this shit? It's probably hard to see compared to what I'm seeing here. That's that robotic leg. He got that Hansen's robotic fucking AI leg. That's what's feeding him all the information in the debate. He's got the AI leg hooked up to Wi-Fi, running through some fucking Google Marlboro, and he sees the answers in the smoke. And he said that's why he's smoking all the time. He sees the fucking display in the smoke. We can't see it on this side of the screen.
And it's actually far more difficult than people think to do it right. Coming up with the gold standard for the format was critical.
I don't even hate the guy. I think it's just kind of funny to clown him, bro. Like, it's such a grift, and like it's so transparent and see through. Like, oh, I'm gonna hang my hat on orthodoxy and shit and do all the shit. Meanwhile, the fruits of what I'm doing is completely different than what I'm saying. So let's go back a little bit in here. I'm too busy talking over what he's saying. I want you to see the real cringe of what they're doing here. A debate league, bro, with the Michael Jordan of debate.
I can moderate this debate fairly. A lot of people try their hand at debate moderation, and it's actually far more difficult than people think to do it right. Coming up.
Okay, and remember, he's debuting this shit right before DebateCon, kind of shitting on modern day debate. When they have, whether or not they're boys or not, they got to have some kind of, like business partnership together. This is kind of like shitting on. Okay, I'm going to debut this new thing, and fuck you, you're completely cut out of this now.
But the gold standard for the format was critical, and we worked on it. My entire team worked on it, along with Triple E's entire team.
Okay, hey, I'll give him this. Wilson looks more dapper than Triple E. Just looks like a fucking geek, bro. He looks like a geek cosplaying in a fucking suit. He looks so uncomfortable in that suit. Wilson at least looks like a sleazy fucking car salesman. He's kind of owning it at least.
And we came up with just a banger of a venue.
A banger. We're going to take pro sports.
Shave your fucking face, fellas. You guys are trying to look all dapper and professional. They got like whiskers are all fucking parade and shit.
Pro debates and create a beautiful hybrid. What you're going to get are the best of the best.
Wilson's literally a fucking neckbeard here, trying to sell you on some program. He just looks like a fucking fedora milady and shit from Reddit.
Going at it, the smartest, the fastest, the most ruthless. Put up or shut up, okay?
Who? Some OnlyFans thought that debated him on whatever?
That's the show.
People being able to eat, people being able to drink, people being able to actually have a good time. They actually want to meet the people who represent their worldviews. And they,
I mean, there's a meet and greet with Andrew. It's going to cost you $300, but I'll do a meet and greet afterwards. I'll blow cigarette smoke in your face.
want to break bread with them. They want to actually talk to them. They want to kind of have input on these ideas because most of these debaters are representing whole worldviews on behalf of people who can't. The mechanic can't do it. The mechanic can't go on CNN and tell these pundits to go themselves.
Yeah.
Damn, is he talking shit about EBT right there? It's a good comment, Heart of Aries. I think I hate Andrew Wilson because I know people that think people like him are legit and think I'm an idiot because I doubt their validity. Yeah, I feel you there, bro. Like it's like a similar thing to like Archaics, bro. Even the fandom of it and everything, the parasocial relationship, the people, if you question it at all, Archaics or Andrew Wilson, they'll say, "Why don't you go debate him then? Why don't you go fucking debate him then?" Ooh. It's fucking dumb, bro.
That ends up being the job of you, the representation of the worldview.
And we're like, what's the best place to do that? There's only one place. ACX1 Studios in Atlantic City is where the champions will be named.
If you want to cover it,
I mean, more power to them for trying something. I can't really see something like this. Obviously, when something's new, there's kind of hype to it and stuff. I don't see this being a long-lasting thing. This is like these are relegated to like hoarder shut-ins online. Like these people aren't leaving their house, getting dressed up to go drink and socialize with people, interact face-to-face with them or anything. You can get some of that for sure at first, but in the long term, I don't really see this being a viable thing, in my opinion. I hope it does, actually, to be honest. I really don't care if somebody's out here making money or not.
you want to stream it, you want to restream it, you want to mix it up, you're more than welcome to do it until we get to the main event. When we're talking about the VIP side,
You can stream it until I'm involved, then fuck you. Don't you dare stream it. I don't know. Who's shorter there? These guys manlets? You guys think they're manlets or not?
right? We wanted to make sure that we had a third floor lounge right on the ocean.
Yeah.
Right on the ocean.
This venue is beautiful.
Beautiful. And what we can do and what we are doing is we're going to make sure that if you get a VIP ticket, one, it's affordable. Two,
Affordable for who?
that when you come out and you come up to the VIP section, you're right in front of the ocean, nice fireplace roaring.
Thank you. Says in the chat says flat Toberfest levels. That's what it feels like, right? This is okay. That's a perfect example. This is like some flat Earth conference type shit. That's what it. I know they were going for something better than that, but that's how the advertisement comes across. That's what I'm saying. Is this a jump the shark moment for him? Provo, good to see Mr. Provo. It says he look like they own a few car washes. Aaron Greer says, I saw him on a Tim Pool clip the other day. He kept mispronouncing the word polygamy. He said polygamy many times, even though the others were saying Tim Craig. We'll get into the connections between him and Tim Pool and everything after this. I keep interrupting this thing. I really want you to absorb the cringe here. Let me let it ride out.
Huge area for us to relax and have a good time post debate. We want you to be able to meet the representations of your worldview. That's never really been done before. And it's a whole different type of venue that we're really looking forward to sharing with all of you.
It's real simple. All you're going to have to do is go to wordwardebate.com, grab your tickets now. This will sell out.
Wordwardebate.com. Make sure you go there.
And it all goes down January 10th, Atlantic City at ACX1 Studios, right next to Caesar's Palace.
Triple is like talking like a stroke victim or something. Like he's struggling to talk. Well, first of all, it's hard to say word war debate. That's hard to say. The name's shitty. The logo's shitty. I'm just keeping it real, bro. If you could have presented, you could have had a better presentation for this and a better name and a better like graphic and logo, and it might have been like hot. Like the idea itself isn't that bad, but the presentation of it, I think, is pretty cringe. Word war debate. Trash ass. I'll tell you what, Andrew. You sponsor my family for a $300 Thanksgiving dinner. I'll even pimp that motherfucking graphic. I will make you a $300 graphic for word war debate. So you don't go under. You want to make sure that shit looks good. You want it to be able to be a t-shirt that you can sell there and everything like that. I will hook you. Hook me up. I'll hook you up, Andrew. I need the real cranberries, not the canned shit though.
ACX1 Studios, right next to Caesar's Palace.
Again, and this is by what's that guy's name? The Hibbler. Hale Hibbler is so is Hibbler. I don't know if Hibbler just made this trailer or if Hibbler is like the producer. His company is the producer behind it. Good to see you, Nana. How you doing? I'm glad to be back here with you guys. I missed streaming for whatever. I've been gone a couple weeks. I feel like just getting that baby out, and shout out to my wife, man. My wife's tough, man. And I've been home now. I've been home for a week. She's got a hard job, man. I'm like shit. I'm almost ready to go back to work because I'm doing less work at work than here with all these kids, man. Get steamrolled by these kids, bro. It's rough out here. Yeah, I don't like the logo at all. It looks like I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like an AI generated logo. You just type that into AI. That's what it's going to shit out. Don't like it. The Premier Debate League. Yeah, Hibbler Productions. And right here, you only have 1,000 views, 1,500 views in a week. That's kind of a dud. I'm not sure where else this has been. Maybe it's been hosted on other channels. Maybe they have way more views and all that. But here, 1,500 views in 1 week. That's trash. 34 comments. Shit, I get more engagement than this shit. So make sure you back up what I'm saying here. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up for me. If you're watching it later, leave a comment. You can go here. You can get the tickets. How much are the tickets? Let's go see real quick. $54 to $200. That's not the worst, to be honest. $50 to see a show nowadays. Probably a couple hours, I would assume. Starts at 2 p.m. Eastern, ends at 11 p.m. Eastern. Damn, that's like 7 hours. That's too much, bro. It needs to be like 3 hours, bro. No one's hanging out there for 7 fucking hours. Let's see what it says too here about it. We'll read about this. We'll see. What do you guys think? You guys think he's jumping the shark here or not? It hasn't happened yet, so obviously it's just a prediction. It says our mission is to set the highest bar for public discourse by combining fairness. Every participant gets equal time, a balanced format, excellence. Arguments must be backed by solid evidence, sharp logic, and thoughtful delivery. Respect. Debate is fierce on the issues, but always professional. Keeping the focus on truth over personal attacks. That's Rich from Wilson, who's like, "Yeah, you fucking dyke, you fucking dyke." Engagement. Our format is designed to captivate, entertain, and inform audiences. Legacy. Our debates are more than conversations, they are reference points others aspire to match. That's funny too, because I don't know who's really okay. Produced by Tripoli. So does that mean it's Tripoli's money? And maybe Wilson's just the moderator. So maybe he's just being contracted to be the moderator here. But it's funny. It says our debates are more than conversations. If you've ever watched Wilson, he's so slimy, bro. The way he operates there's no conversation with him. All he's doing when he's talking, he's just like laying traps for people to try to like get slipped up in some kind of like gotcha moment. He's never able to just like talk to someone from what I've seen. Maybe he, like his own boys or whatever in his circle, but anytime he's on with someone, he's just like laying trap the whole time. Like the dude's never able to have when he's talking about here. It's more than a conversation. Let's see. Yeah. General admissions 50. Second floor bar, bird's eye view is $100. That's not bad. I'll be honest. That's not horrible in this day and age. It's a little high, but especially when the people here are probably nobodies. Whose destiny is that going to be the biggest? But still, that's not horrible compared to the cost of shows nowadays. And then tier 3, elite VIP. Choose any seat VIP after party access. $200. So honestly, not bad here in this part for him to like draw a crowd and everything. But I'm not. How much is it to rent that venue out? And then are you going to make the money back here? Hopefully. So we'll see, man. We'll see if this is a jump the shark moment for him or not. Today was the the X is still down. I don't know if that's just me or is that like for sure. I wanted to get into that lady because she seemed like she had a problem with Rachel Wilson. Well, let's go back here on we can go here. We can go here. She seemed like she had a problem with Rachel. I've talked some shit to Rachel before. You don't know, this is Andrew's wife, Rachel, chronically online. Bitch lives online. If you notice here, this is before the Crucible blew up. He bought her some new teeth. Not that there's anything necessarily wrong here. I just think it's funny. He bought a new place and everything, but she said, "Yo, before you buy that place, motherfucker, you buy me teeth. You buy me some new teeth, motherfucker." This is some shit I found somewhere, I think on Reddit or something. It's called a knitter. I don't know what the fucking knitter is. I think it's for people without Twitter and they kind of paste the timeline. So if you don't have Twitter and you can't see it. Chuck in Tennessee says they're selling tickets with no names on the card. That's true too. It'd be nice to, if I'm dropping 50, I'd want to know at least Destiny or one name. Can we get at least one somewhat bigger name that people have probably heard of? Yeah, Skate and Destroy says sounds like a boring event. Probably some weird shit going down. Well, it's gonna be weirdos there. After this stuff, I want to go look into that debate con and see if there's any videos or like Twitter videos of people that are there. I want to see what the vibe of it is because I feel like the debate con it's just like a variation of Gathering of the Juggalos, right? It's like Gathering of the Cruci Bros, gathering of these fucking debate bros online. The hoarder shut-ins finally leave their house and go somewhere. I wanted to actually look that up. I don't have that pulled up yet, but please remind me later in the stream to do that. This is his wife, Rachel. Ancient Waves, Modern Graves. Why do I not? Oh, I see you now, brother. What's your problem, brother? This dude's got a fucking problem with me. You got a problem with me, dog? Bro, I blessed you up with that hat, and he's got a fucking problem with me, bro. I ain't got no problem with you, dog. You my boy, dog. The lies, contradictions, and evolving persona of Rachel Wilson, a brief history. He says it works for him. Hold on. Did I get banned? I'm telling you, Wilson sent the motherfucking. He sent the Russian bots to take my shit down. Okay, Rachel Wilson, also known as Based Homeschool Mom. Let's switch this tab here. Got her start on Twitter as a paleo diet blogger. She often tweeted about the miraculous healing the paleo diet had on her daughter's autism. Here it is. This old picture of her here. It looks like a MySpace picture or something. My name is Rachel. I'm a 30-year-old mother of 4. I've been interested in fitness and nutrition for years, but followed a traditional bodybuilding diet until I began having stomach pains when I became pregnant with my 4th baby in 2008. Suddenly, a protein shake and other foods gave me unbearable stomach pain within 20 minutes of ingestion. Sometimes this was accompanied by vomiting. It got bad enough I landed in the ER a few times. None of the doctors seemed to know what it was. They guessed lactose intolerance or IBS and sent me home. Can't read the rest of it. Or maybe I gotta click it, maybe. No, that's it. Let's see. Our little girl is free now, and this is from, is this 2007? Our little girl is free now. We help others who are trapped by autism. So she's back here back in the day, or 2011, it looks like, saying paleo diet will cure autism. Paleo versus autism. Turn around. Why gluten casein free doesn't always work for autism. And whatever. Rachel has maintained health and fitness as part of her personality, and as a result, received backlash on the account of her recent weight gain. Rachel has excused her weight by citing Hashimoto's as the culprit and only recently finding out she had it, although her own tweets reveal she has known about this for quite some time. Her tweets also reveal she abandoned the paleo diet blog and moved on to the next trend. So at Rach for Patriarchy here. Autoimmune disease runs like crazy in my family. The reason I got checked for this is because my sister also got diagnosed with it 2 years ago, and we had very similar symptoms. I was just busy and stubborn and waited longer than I should have. That was in. Is this January? I don't know which one's the date, which one's the year. I think it's 2024, January 9th. And then April 11th, 2024. My sister was just diagnosed with Hashimoto's. My whole family has autoimmune. So I spent much of Easter explaining about gut health and diet. So she's the one at the Thanksgiving. She's sitting here talking about all this fucking truther shit. Heartberry says she's definitely burned some coal. I can't say that for sure, but ancient ways. I'm getting drunk too much. I'm going back to work soon. Out of my element. We cool, bro. We cool. Bam. We cool. She would subsequently become involved with the America First movement, where she gained notoriety for attempting to set her daughter up with a groiper by publicly showcasing her. Damn, she's out here pimping her kids out to a groiper. There she is with Nick. I have a nose ring. I know it's frowned upon. I'm not a nun. I'm a real person. But she's 98% dream of wife for a groiper. If that's not good enough, feel free to scroll on. And then this must be her daughter here. Me, when I remember, I really almost married a 27-year-old man from New York. Only met 3 times because my parents wanted me to. Damn, they're like selling child brides out here. Buy my daughter, groiper. Put the daughter for sale to a damn groiper. Eventually, she found herself deeply embedded in the trad side of Twitter. She is often seen in Orthodox spaces and even appeared on Tucker Carlson as a homeschooling advocate in 2022. That's something I did want to pull up. I've talked about this before. She's been on Tucker. She obviously has some type of connections or some way to get on here. I don't know if it's pay to play, if she just pays the money, or I'm not really sure how that happens, but someone just writes a random book, they don't just invite everybody on Tucker. Here it is. My appearance on Tucker tonight, advocating for a renaissance of homeschooling and motherhood. That was in 2022. Digging deeper, Rachel is not actually a based homeschooling mom. My wife is. She's just a chronically online clout chasing mom. Posts from her daughter's pages reveal they were very much enrolled in public school and were not being homeschooled. Here's a post from 2017. I'm assuming this is her daughter, Jasmine. I had my first day of 8th grade today. Let me tell you, the struggle can be real. First, I didn't have my schedule, so I went to the library to look it up, and I spent 20 minutes looking for it because I didn't have login papers, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so that's definitely not someone that's homeschooled writing that. Here's another one. We did it. We survived middle school. Even though we didn't do crime, we still had to do the time. But in all, I had fun. I hope to stay close with everyone I've become close to and become closer with more people. I still want to hang out with everyone. Even if it isn't every day like school. See, damn. So these people are like trolling her fucking daughter's like social medias, find the shit out about her. That's what gets crazy about the internet shit. There's another one from the daughter. Happy Mother's Day, Rachel, and whoever. Thank you for always being there for me. Listening. I couldn't even ask for better. I didn't know, blah, blah. I hope your day is better than finding a unicorn at the end of a rainbow. Okay, so that's the proof that this is her daughter. She also has tweeted multiple times about her work history. Again, something she shames other women for. She claims she worked professionally in hair, nails, and makeup, and even bragged about her experience as a makeup artist for Clinique in another Lancome or something. I don't know how to say that. My full-time vocation is being a mother and wife. Wait, I do not have a career. My full-time vacation is mother and life. Whatever I have time left over, I want to devote to doing my writing and going on podcasts is all I have time. Is all the time this gets. When I become a grandmother, that will be my primary focus. This is important work I'm doing, but it will never be more important than that. That's what she said there. Here's another one. Let women do what they want. Sorry, but women don't exist inside a vacuum either. I'm primarily concerned with what mothers do. I don't give a shit about your career aspirations once you have children. You owe it to the child to make motherhood your full-time job, not dump them on some low-wage daycare worker. I used to be a makeup artist for this brand back in the mid-2000s. The whole brand was about glamour and elegance and classy French beauty. This is ghetto and trashy, she said. As a former hairstylist of 20 years, I cannot abide the hairdos in this video. Absolute abominations. So yeah, I can see where that's kind of hypocritical. She's saying, don't you dare have a job. But here I have a 20-year career doing all this. The pesky detail, her meeting with the town council concerning her business. Notice how her name is still Jennings. Odd for someone supposedly married for 17 years. New business, special use application from Rachel Jennings. The planning commission requested that the current homeowner of the record submit the writing he approves of the business going to his home. Andrew Wilson stated he is the homeowner due to purchasing the property on land contract. Rachel Jennings stated that the home has been issued a cosmetology establishment license motion by whoever to support. Okay, so his name is Andrew Wilson. I've actually wondered if that's even his real name or not, Andrew Wilson. I thought maybe it was some kind of stage name. Rachel has claimed to be married to Andrew for 17 years, yet her own posts contradict this. For example, we see she was not married until supposedly 2012. I married my best friend. Yay, we had a beautiful wedding. It was like a fairy tale with falling snow. And this is Andrew here. There's young Andrew here. There he is. Before the whatever fame kicked in. Can we do the green line on this one? Anybody got the green line? Got a pen here? Very curious that an anti-feminist and pro-patriarchy woman would carry the surname of her previous husband 5 years after her marriage to her current husband. Despite evidence proving otherwise, Rachel claims to have been married 17, 16, 26 years But court evidence shows she's still married to her former husband when she and Andrew conceived their first child. Rachel's divorce was her first husband. But wait, Rachel's divorce with her first husband was not finalized until 2011. They got the receipts right here. Let's see. On Trellis, Rachel Jennings, divorce with children. Yeah, there we go. Bam. Saw baby Wilson on the ultrasound yesterday. All looks good. Little arms and legs covered with awful hives. What's this one? Anyone that needs to watch porn to have an exciting sex life with their spouse is ridiculous. Porn is detrimental to marriage in the bedroom. There's a mountain of data on this. Also, I've been with my husband 26 years. Yeah, okay. To be honest, that could be a typo. It's supposed to be maybe 16. Maybe I'd give her that one. They're not even old enough to have been together 26 years at that point, right? She's in her early 30s or something there. Prior to this, Rachel had 3 other children by 2 different men, one being her ex-husband, and the other her high school boyfriend. Both allegedly abandoned her through no fault of her own. She's been kicked out of 109 bedrooms, fellas. Yo, I got 94 people in the chat. Could you guys do me a favor? Could you hit the thumbs up? Shout out to EBT, bro. I'm in your StreamYard, bro. You know you can jump in. They will call you a member of the sewing circle. You have no arguments, debate. I'm not even making an argument again. I'm just trying to kind of analyze the meta of this whole thing, asking if he has already jumped the shark. I'd like to go back to the Wes Watson interview, kind of look into that a little bit and see where he's at now, compare it. The debate genre is a beat up leathery cunt. Okay, prior to this, Rachel had 3 other children by 2 different men. Oh yeah, wait, this is the one. She got kicked out of 109 bedrooms. Rachel is very active on Orthodox discussions across multiple platforms to the extent she appeared on an Orthodox channel just 1 month after attending her first liturgy. 2021, August 20th. She even described herself as an Orthodox mother in her book, published in 2021, a full 3 years before her baptism. Continuing down this rabbit hole, we see Rachel claimed multiple times to have finished her baptism. She has multiple posts about her patron saint before 2024. While Andrew claimed to be a godparent to an Orthodox child in 2023, however, one cannot become a godparent without becoming baptized into the Orthodox Church first. Blah, blah, blah. For shits and giggles, I'll conclude with the Wilsons' reaction to the doxing of Crowder's children. Yeah, whatever. It's getting gay now. But it is a grip. Like, other people can see through this shit and see it's a grip. You don't even have to go through and get all the Twitters and all this shit. People do like to hate on her. She's a good heel. Let's give her that. We can give her that. Oh man. Now, if you remember the Andrew Wilson's arc, someone probably knows the lore better than me. But I remember he had the first channel, and it was going. I don't know if it was his first one, but the one that I saw, I was gaining a lot of traction. I don't remember exactly how many subscribers he had. Maybe north of 50,000. I'm not sure if it possibly was even approaching 100,000. I'm not really sure about that. Maybe somebody in the chat could tell me. And then he got in like a feud with Fuentes and the Groypers, and I'm not exactly 100% sure if they were like mass reporting it. And I know he was getting like swatted or something, and pretty sure that channel got nuked, right? Am I somewhat close in that to the people that know the orbiters? We got some orbiters in here. It was something like that. So he somehow got involved in like a feud with Fuentes, and they both had their own little like platforms off of YouTube. Friendly Ghost said it was under 2K. I remember it being way bigger. And then EBT says always had the same channel. I don't think so, bro. Am I wrong? I swear the channel like was completely gone after like that feud with the Groip. Or maybe like he did that thing where you take it down for a little bit and then come back. I thought the channel was gaining traction. I could be totally wrong. You would know more than me, EBT, to be honest. But even if it wasn't like a big number channel, like it was coming in my feed and I had heard people talking about it, like it was gaining traction. And then for some reason, like it went away. Maybe he hit it or whatever. Yeah, EBT says at one point he deleted all the. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. It kind of just went away for a while, and then after that, he came back and he was on. Maybe it wasn't like the first thing he did, but I remember him being on Lauren Chen when he kind of came back and relaunched, right? And that's why I don't get why he's not caught up in this like tenant media scandal. If you don't remember the tenant media scandal, let me see if I can pull it up here real quick. Hold on. Yeah, Cozy TV knockoff. Yeah, I remember that. Okay, and then you have the tenant media scandal. I could be totally way off on this because I don't like pocket watch them that hard. But if I remember right, the channel was up, it went down or privated or whatever happened, and then when it came back, it was like not long after it came back, all of a sudden right away, he's on with like Lauren Chen. And if you don't remember that, there was this tenant media scandal that came out, and it was like Lauren Chen's husband and her involved in it. So it's like, okay, here the AI DOJ indictment, 2 RT employees, so that's Russia's state media, funneled nearly 10 million to Tenant Media, a US right-wing media company to influence US audiences with hidden pro-Russia government messaging. The scheme alleged to fund and directed U.S. company to create English language videos and other content for platforms such as YouTube, TikTok, X. Several prominent white right-wing commentators, I can't even say it, including Tim Pool, who he's done work with. He's involved with Tim Pool. Does he work with Benny Johnson? I know who that is. I'm not sure if Wilson messes with them. It's kind of like a woke right type dude. Dave Rubin. Has he worked with Rubin? I'm not sure. Because again, I don't watch it that hard, but these people were all hired by Tenant Media to produce content. Following the indictment, many claim they were unaware of Russia's ties and were victims of the schemes. Tenant Media was co-founded by conservative political commentator Lauren Chen and her husband, Liam Donovan. According to DOJ, the founders knew their investors were, quote, the Russians. Tenant Media shut down shortly after DOJ's announcement in September 2024, and YouTube terminated the company's channels. So there's like Russian money to produce anti-West basically content, right? And when he brings this channel back online, maybe one of the first things that at least that I seen, at least something that got traction in the algorithm was he was on with Lauren Chen, right? Did he work with Ruben? What's up, Marilyn? What's up, Namaste? Rachel tweeted at David Crocco before he died. She since deleted them. EBT says he got striked, and afterwards he never left live content up, but I think it was the Bears, not the Groipers. Okay. Before they were the Crucible, they were Owen Benjamin's Bears. They were Bears, bro? I know Jim Bob was a Bear. Still using the same tactic. Were they really Bears, bro? Is Rachel, is she Paleo Bear? Is that her? Yeah, and the new host of Word War is Ben Swan, right? The Russia State guy who worked for RT. Do you see what I'm putting? I'm not making the claim that Andrew Wilson's funded by the Russians or he's promoting Russian propaganda. I'm not making that claim at all. I'm saying when you look at the list of names on here, a lot of them overlap with Andrew Wilson. So why do you never hear Andrew Wilson's name, his meteoric rise, and the insane amount of super chats that the fucking guy gets? It's completely abnormal, dude. I watch Dr. Disrespect. I watch some of these huge gamer streamers or any type of streamers that are fucking huge. They don't get money like Andrew's getting. So this tenant media scandal is money's being funneled even without the creators knowing it. So the creators can be laying down. They say they don't even know it. They could just be laying down what the types of shit Russia wants to hear, divisive shit that would lead to more division in the West. And little Russian bots are going to come in and feed the fucking pig and spam some money out and shit. That's what it sounds like to me. Where even if he's not consciously aware of this, could be something like this happening. Hey, we're going to keep bringing you down this path. The more raunchier you get, the more e-girls you debate and everything, the more you're going to see that money flying in on the super chats and shit. And then that person that's trying to pursue this as a career, they're going to just keep digging down that same hole, right? So again, I'm not making the claim that he works for Russia or any shit like that. I'm just saying why when you see the abnormal, completely insane abnormal amount of super chats involved in his live streams, why is his name not involved in shit like this? And he's involved in some of the same players. Okay, dipshit. I said he's not. You listening to a fucking word I said, dipshit? He's not pro-Russian. He's not pro-Russian. Listen, dipshit. How many times did I qualify that? Okay, Miss Namaste in the chat says abso-fucking-lutely they were bears. So anyone that couldn't see through Owen Benjamin from day one is a fucking dipshit. And we've said that about Jim Bob before. I like Jim Bob and all that. But if you were fooled by Owen Benjamin, I'm sorry, motherfucker. The dude's obviously a fucking shill. Shout out to Davy Crocco. Rest in peace, Davy Crocco. May you haunt Owen Benjamin from beyond the grave. Tim Pool definitely works for Russia and is boring, says. See, what would Russia want? You got to ask yourself, what would Russia want, right? Like Trump's been obviously accused of being involved with Russia and everything like that. In my opinion, really what Russia would want would be like a split. You'd want hard right people going even further right, which is what you see. And then through what I would call an inorganic Orthodox online presence, you could funnel a lot of those people into that church. When that happens on the other side of the spectrum, there will be an equal and opposite reaction of people being pushed into Islam. So we haven't really seen that yet. There's been a lot of like imports of third worlders and stuff that come in that are Islamic, but that's part of it. But I think, and I've said this for a long time, I think you're going to see these leftists and everything, eventually these people will start being swept up into Islam. This is what I truly believe. And I believe when you see the standard like liberal type person, I said kind of for a catch-all term, I've said these people, what you see, they're going to be replaced by Q-tars. Basically, I don't necessarily mean Q-tars, people that believe in Q. I mean this type of shit, like a Andrew Wilson type red pill, orthodox, extreme far right. You don't have any rights. Crypto commie, as EBT says. The guy really literally says you have no fucking rights. Literally. It's about sowing dissent. Sowing circle dissent. Yeah, exactly, EBT. It's not about being pro-Russia. It's about exactly. Yeah, it's not about bitch you, oh yeah, fucking Putin's the man. And no, it's not about that. It's about creating a schism in the United States, pushing people that are lukewarm to the right or a little bit to the right and pushing them further and further. This is what we see in politics. We see through the internet and through debates specifically, people being further radicalized to the left or to the right. And you saw the initial debate clip I showed where he debated that transgender female to male, back to female, whatever it was. He straight up says, I'm never going to convince you of my worldview. None of the debates will ever convince anybody of anything. They're already set in stone, right? You're not going to ever say some fact and they're going to say, oh, wow, yeah, you're right. Wow, let me change everything I fucking believe in because you told me that. That's never going to happen. I'd like to hear more about these guys being bears. Owen's been spurring hard about Andrew lately, though. Rachel was an Owen Benjamin bear, harassing men. Oh, this is interesting, man. She's still doing the same thing under a new cover. Brit says Russia wants to create chaos and enjoy the game. That's to me what it would be about. To me, it would be about like actually furthering Islam. So the way you would further Islam, in my opinion, would be you further radicalize people slightly to the right, further and further right, and then there's always an equal and opposite reaction, and that's what we really haven't seen that yet. But I think you will see that. You see these people in Minnesota where I had to leave. They're voting for fucking Elon Omar. It's not the Somalians voting for her. It's fucking white people. There is a Somalian culture and community there. But that's not enough to get over that hump. It's white people voting for that. They'll take to the hijab, whatever that shit's called. They'll take to that shit right away, dude. And I think shit like whatever is a perfect platform for these people to kind of see the error of their ways and see that, yo, this whoredom has gone too far. And maybe I should fucking cover up. These people are embarrassing. Like maybe I should fucking take a step back. Maybe it would be better for society if I were to take some type of religious seriously. Well, I'm not going to take Christ seriously because Christ is real and I'm not a real motherfucker, right? They're going to say, fuck Christ. These Christ people are nuts. It's a guy like Andrew Wilson spitting out here saying crazy shit representing Christ. I don't want to be seen like that. So they're going to look into Islam. Oh, Islam's the religion of peace. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm surrounded by them in my community and I can just join in with them. Oh, shit. Their man will take care of me and shit. You can totally see that shit. And again, this is something probably years down the line, not that far, but in the near future. Yeah, he does say there's no rights. I don't understand. I'd like to pick his brain about that. I don't understand how you can say there's no rights. Does he not believe in free will or what? That's a fucking weird take to me. You don't have any rights. And I see where it kind of comes from because rights being used as the disguise to fucking smuggle all this other shit in, right? Like, oh, well, we need rights for transgender, we need kids trans, all this shit. I see that, but then at the same time in Jacksonville, where I'm at, they just had a huge thing on the news, like, oh, when the EBT went down, like, food is a human right. That's what somebody was, some city council dude or whatever, saying. Food is a human right. Yeah, let's see my face on here. Food is a human right. Some city council guy said, no. What kind of food is a human right? That's what I'd like to ask him. Is a fucking steak and lobster, is that shit a human right? Well, Andrew Wilson says you have no fucking rights. Out of one side of the mouth. Then the other side of the mouth, I watched him tonight. He said, you can't have a Thanksgiving dinner for anything less than $300 fucking dollars, bro. What world are you living in that you need $300? Bro, you buy some canned corn, you buy some motherfucking canned cranberries. Have you never been poor, bro? I grew up fucking poor. I have only had a few years where I had like moderate flow of money coming in where I could just basically do whatever I want. I could buy shit without even thinking about it. I had maybe 3, 4, 5 year window of that. And now I'm back where I'm at. It's all I know, bro. And I grew up that way. And so to me, it's not that hard to go back to that. I fucked up. When the COVID happened, I fucked up. So I'm still back to like, yo, we gotta buy the canned corn. We gotta buy all the fucking canned green beans and all this shit. My work gave me a turkey this year, so I got the turkey covered. $300 for a fucking meal is insane to me. That he says that you can't have a Thanksgiving without $300. But if you want to sponsor my family, Andrew Wilson, I'll be glad to take the 300. I'll show you the receipt, and like I said, I'll bend the knee and send you the picture, and I'll make you the word fucking however you say it debate logo, and we'll be eating good shit. Exactly. Bible says you don't work, you don't eat. Exactly. Bro doesn't understand the rights argument. Why don't you explain it to me? I get the part of it. I get what he's saying. If the rights can be given to you, they can be taken away. I get that shit. But there has to be some basic standards of human rights if you want to believe that people are made in the image of God. If other people are made in the image of God, you have to grant them at least some types of minimum rights. In my opinion, if you believe they have free will, I'd like to hear more of that. I'd like to hear a little bit more of how he breaks down that there is no rights at all. That's right. Send them super chats. We're trying to feed 5 kids in this house. Let's go. Oh my God. House of Berries. Heart of Berries, I'm sorry. Comes in clutch with the $5. Appreciate you, fam. The other thing where Andrew's very fucking weird to me is the host of the fucking show is weird to me. His name's Brian Atlas. I'm sure you guys have seen the shit. I'm sure you've seen the shit in your feed. So first of all, it's a weird show. You're surrounded by low IQ prostitutes. Like who's what? And then you say, oh, it's about dating. Like really? It's not about making like viral clips. It's about dating.
You want the minimum yearly income to be for your future husband starting with you?
I put 1 million.
1 million.
Yeah.
You want a guy who makes $1 million a year. That's a tall order. Have you ever dated a guy who makes $1 million a year?
Not yet.
Whoa, hold on. Okay. 31, ex-stripper. I don't know if it's in the cards.
Do you think that you will make $1 million in 1 year ever in your life?
What do you mean? Think I will.
Are you already doing that?
Guilty as charged.
Okay, so then I think for what I want in my life, I'm getting into the right environment. Like if you're a millionaire right here, then I'm sure you got friends, and who knows, maybe I'll be on other podcasts with other millionaires.
Wait, I live in Santa Barbara. I've seen Oprah. I've seen all these rich, famous people. That doesn't mean that I'm gonna end up with a rich, famous person. Just because you've been in proximity to somebody.
This dipshit just said he makes $1 million fucking dollars to cosplay as Andrew Wilson. This is the exact guy I'm talking about when I say these people just like Archaics, just like QOC, there's this parasocial relationship. And it was that comment I read earlier that said some people can see through it and some people can't, right? And then they'll think you're a dipshit because you can see through it. So there's guys like this that think, well, if I could talk, like, since I'm so razzle-dazzled by what fucking Andrew says, if I could just talk like that, I could just go around to everyone I meet and talk like that and convince everyone of my worldview. Well, not everyone's convinced, just like that very first girl we see. No matter what you say, there's some people that won't be convinced. But because they're so convinced, they kind of form this parasocial relationship with that person. And clearly this fucking guy does, because this guy looks like he's wearing Andrew's fucking face. He wants to cut his face off and fucking wear it as a mask. Looks completely different than how he used to work. He's cosplaying as fucking Andrew Wilson here. This guy. That's fucking weird. Now, Andrew Wilson probably knows this shit, and he probably even thinks that the shit's weird. But this is like a cash cow to him. It's a payday. He can't really like say, "Hey, bro, this shit's weird, bro. You get your own like style and shit." Weird, bro. Yeah, no shit. Brian was doing the show before Andrew, dipshit. Did you see what he looked like before Andrew started coming on regularly? He didn't look like this. He didn't look like a fake fucking lumberjack, dude. Are you a total fucking dipshit or what? Yeah, he looked nothing like this shit. Let me pull up what he looked like. Hold on. Give me a minute. Stand by. Live truthery. Trademark. EBT. That ball sack guy's got to be the biggest like crucible simp, I'm guessing. Here we go. Hold on a second. So this is what this fucking dipshit used to look like. Before Andrew was like a regular on the show, this is what the fuck the guy looked like. He's a fucking beta incel, clearly. Clearly doesn't know anything about women. Clearly. None of these motherfuckers have kids. I guess Wilson takes care of some fucking kids that aren't his, but is one of his at least? I think one of them's his. This guy definitely ain't got no fucking kid. How is this fucking guy conservative? He ain't got no motherfucking kids. Okay, and compare him how he looks there.
What would you want the minimum
compared to how he looks now? He's wearing a fucking Andrew Wilson costume. It's fucking Spirit Halloween, Andrew Wilson. Fuck out of here, dipshit. So this guy somehow is a millionaire. He gets hookers on. That's all you got to do, I guess. Get some hookers on, and then you will become a millionaire and cosplay as fucking Andrew. The guy has obviously never been fucking laid in his life. Has no idea what any of these women do. Hold on. Ancient Way says rights are ideas that direct and justify the use of force, not the other way around. Cart before the horse. That's interesting. I'd like to hear his full. I don't know if I've ever heard like the full breakdown of his argument. Here's this dipshit.
Big, and she's on top. I can't like.
But if she
do the reach around, oh, to
Well,
her butthole?
to rub her.
On top, you rub it
Yeah.
like this. You don't rub
Like-
it around.
No. Okay, if she's on top, she's on top, right? You go around the leg. You don't go. You don't.
Wait, if she's
But
on top of
if
you,
she's on-
her pussy's right here. You can do this, like you're on the bottom, like you're. Are you?
You're from the front. You're saying
Yeah,
like
you do
this.
with your thumb. Like she's on
Like-
top of
It's
you,
right
right?
here.
No. See, because when the girl's on top, she's not riding. She's down here, hair pull in the ear.
Wait, reverse
She's-
cowgirl? Is
No,
her butt
cowgirl.
to you?
Cowgirl.
Or is her face to you?
Yes.
Oh, you're
but
talking
she's
like
not.
she's
She's
laying
not
on
up.
her chest?
She's laying on my chest.
Oh.
Yeah. If she's up, you can't do the reach around anyways.
Yeah, that's why we're confused.
Yeah.
No, but she's down by my side here.
I just gotta see. Okay.
So you're trying to like reach for a clit when
You
she's
read eyes are.
Bro, this guy has no idea what a fucking clit is for sure. This guy's never smashed some bitch out, like for real. Bro. Yeah, he likes guys for sure, bro. He likes Andrew, bro, for sure. I'm not saying Andrew likes him, but this guy's clearly fucking infatuated with Andrew. Do we have some crucible homos in here? We must, huh? Yo, this one for the crucible bros right here. This one right here.
What's the matter?
What?
There are no olives here. There are no olives here. Olives? Wait
Can somebody please put Andrew Wilson's face on this shit?
a second. Wait a second. Let me ask you something. My God, you're holding onto my hand. Are you going to pull it off? Sally. Black olives or green olives? Any kind. Doesn't matter. Okay. Why olives?
Because they remind me of dead people.
Why do they remind you of dead?
My grandfather sat up in his coffin and looked at me when he died.
And so he looked up at you when he died?
With green eyes.
With green eyes?
With a black in them.
How old were you when this happened? 7. And you
had the pimento eyes.
Really believe that your grandfather came right up out of his coffin and he had green eyes? And ever since then, you've been scared of olives? Do you eat olives?
No, we can't even keep down the aisle.
Okay. Now, you can't even go down the aisle of a grocery store? Mary, you won't let go of me.
Oh, yeah.
Bring out the olives. Sally. Sally, I don't have anything. Sally, I don't have anything.
I know there's somebody out there that can put his face on that. Motherfucker talks about force doctrine, couldn't even open the olives. I should have showed that first in case someone didn't know that. Couldn't. Oh, it's pickled. Was it pickled? I thought it's olives. Same shit.
I'm supposed to open the pickle jar? I gotta grip it.
Uh-oh, Andrew. If you can't open it
Your
either.
hand greased the whole top of it. Literally slippery.
Sorry, if you
I'm supposed to open the pickle jar?
opportunity with.
Grab me a paper towel so I can dry the top of it off.
You're the big strong man. There you go. Come on.
It's like you're a greasy black lady. I can't open it after a greasy black lady touched it.
I can't grip the fucker. Like, I gotta have a way to grip it. I gotta grip it. Try it. You fucker.
Some regular motherfucker comes in and just pops it right open.
Won't let go of
Somebody's got to make this edit.
Bring out the olive.
That's Rachel bringing the pickles in the kitchen like, honey, I need you to open these pickles.
Bring out the olive.
Yo, what the fuck, bro? I don't know, bro. Anyway, this Brian dude's weird. Brian Atlas, that's his name. Hold on, where's this? I have so many fucking tabs open. Hold on a second. Feminist owns Brian Atlas. Yeah. EBT said, Maury reads the shit, says, Andrew, you are not the alpha. Yeah, somebody's got to make that. I know one of you guys can do this editing shit. I ain't got time for this shit. I want to watch this, and someone's going to be like, well, it's a feminist, so she can't make any points.
You have an issue, though, with the whole
objectification of female body. Yeah.
Well, you have an issue with the rating system.
Yes.
Because why? Why do you object to the question?
Because you only ask it. So
I'm gonna go piss real quick while this is playing. This is just so some feminist dunks on Brian, basically. And the bitch is dumb, but she does make a few good points that he tries to fucking say aren't true.
So that your chat can laugh and decide whether or not these women are actually 10s or what they look like. And I object to that.
You object to what part?
Why you're asking the question.
So you object to me asking the question?
Yes.
Why?
Because I don't think you bring these women on to laugh at them and for the chat to laugh at them, and I object to that.
So wait, well, you're straw manning kind of what I do.
It's not a straw man, baby. That's what you do.
You're saying I bring women on to what?
So that they say something. You bring on uneducated,
False.
unself-aware women.
What?
False.
I have a master's degree.
I'm not
false.
uneducated.
I'm not just,
fake news. Disavow.
I'm not saying that every single woman is, but that is the whole model of the show: is that you bring on unself-aware women, you bring on uneducated women.
That's not true.
So that you can laugh at them, and so that the chat can laugh at them.
Didn't you message him asking to be on this?
Though. Yes. So I could say this.
That's all you wanted to say. Well, I'm sure there's more you have to say.
There's
well,
a couple things.
I certainly reject your assertion there. I mean,
then what's the objective of the show?
What's the objective of the show?
Yeah, why are there so many clips going around of Gorlock, the destroyer of worlds?
Ugly Christian man, you need to.
And why are there so many clips of young blonde women saying very dumb things in very little clothing?
Well, let's not discount the brunette women.
Let her make her.
We'll have to stay, but I don't want to.
Look, if you hear things you don't like, you're just gonna talk over.
Who are saying dumb things too, but
them too.
So, I mean, first off, when it comes to the clips, I would say that actually we're not clipping.
But you know what's clippable.
Huh?
You know what's clippable.
Oh, I know exactly what's clippable.
Wait,
but a lot of these
like
people watch the podcast and they clip it on our behalf. So, you're a.
Hold on one second. Now I got a crying ass kid. This got 3 minutes left. Let me get this handled real quick.
Asserting that
And you still know they're going to do it.
Well, you're asserting that I'm making the women look dumb. However, we're not.
You have this measure of plausible deniability in which you can reject that you're doing that, but everyone knows it's what you're doing. That's what this platform is for.
Well, that's a straw man.
That's not a straw man.
It's a straw man. You're saying the intent.
Then what's the steel man?
You're saying the intent of the platform is to bring women on to make them look stupid. Basically the premise of the show is bring a
To
group of
laugh
people.
at the modern woman.
Don't interrupt me. Let me actually explain what the podcast is about. We bring people on. We bring both men and women on, and we talk about modern dating and often why modern dating sucks.
Mhm.
And we have long form conversations where we get into the nuance of various dating related topics.
I'm not saying that you're evil. I don't think that you're doing all of this on purpose. I think that that's a happy accident because those are the clips that go viral. And you know that, and you like it.
Well, of course I like clips going viral. That's
businessman makes money.
Yeah, I like if.
Here we go. Sorry. Kids waking up screaming. Told my wife, get on it. But yeah, this lady kind of, I've talked about this before in the past. This is my first thought of the whatever show for a long time. Is basically it's some type of like humiliation. It's like pornography for like incel guys that say they don't watch pornography. So first of all, you're promoting these whores. You're giving them a platform and everything, but really it's like a humiliation thing. You're trying to humiliate them. You're trying to get these viral moments and capitalize on it. It's almost like taking advantage of like a developmentally disabled adult, basically. Like these people are like, obviously something's wrong with them to go down this path, and they're disturbed and shit. And then you're just trying to like make fun of this shit. And you know, it's not altruistic. Like, oh, I'm trying to lead people away from doing it. It's not that shit. You can say whatever you want. Just like, I'm not sure if she's got to that point. He has this level of plausible denial. Like, no, it's about dating. It's not about dating. You're not bringing on 18-year-old OnlyFans whores to say it's about dating. Who gives a shit of what a 18-year-old OnlyFans whore says about dating? Right?
Clips go viral. Sure, that's great. It brings more eyeballs to the show.
Sure. So you don't think that anyone watches this show for that?
Ancient Wave says they pick these girls up at the local bars and bring them on the show. Well, actually, if you want to, I have something on that. Let me let this play for one more second. I got to do one more thing, and then I'll be right back. Hold on.
For what?
Yo, I really
make
don't
fun
think
of
it's
women.
that serious.
Brian invites girls on, asks them
No, it
questions,
is that
and they answer
serious,
the
and you know it's
questions.
that serious.
It's only serious
Wait,
if
what
you
is
take
that
it that
serious?
deep.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't think it's that deep.
What is that serious?
I feel like this is just a lighthearted, like
Someone
casual,
tell me a
we're
joke.
just talking, and
it is lighthearted, but we can also get real at the same time. I'm sorry if that's uncomfortable. Whether or not you created it,
Degradation, right?
whether or not you created it or you made it or you signed off on it or you liked it, any of that.
Sure.
The reality is that people watch this show and that's what they get from it, and that's why it was popular, right?
Well, look, certainly I would say that.
And you take measures with your little sign thing to be like, we can't do anything here. Like,
what do you mean?
He might be.
And the dude is weird. This guy's weird as fuck. He's weird about like the cleanliness of the room. He's a weird fucking dude. This Brian dude. What is this channel? You've never had this channel in your feed. It's called. Or are you talking about my channel? This is called whatever. The one we're watching. Might be talking about my channel. But clearly, it's some weird like how porn is like a humiliation of girls. This is a different type of aspect of that towards the humiliation of the performer. This Brian dude, when I was looking up shit on him, there's this weird Reddit here. It says, I went on the show because I was an incoming freshman at Santa Barbara City College. And he stalks the SBCC housing groups on Facebook, talking about Brian, which is where he found me because I made a post looking for female roommates. So creepy that he's not a student and stalks the SBCC groups because he films in Isla Vista. So this 35-year-old dude or whatever he is, this is a year ago. So this 34-year-old dude is like creeping on the Facebook posts of this local community college to like talk to these girls and then be like, oh, why don't you come on my channel? I have 4 million subscribers or whatever. That's fucking weird, bro. So when you send your daughter to college, as soon as she finishes high school, you send her to college. This guy is the guy sliding in her DMs. This Brian dude.
He promised to be my boyfriend and date me.
This is another one about Brian.
And he then asked me if I could do some work for his show. He has a podcast. And I did hundreds of hours of work for him all summer. Late August came where we were going to have this big, exciting meeting. This was going to be my first date, first handhold, first kiss, first everything. It was going to be super exciting. And he found a reason to end things with me because I asked if we could have a phone call. And he was telling me, you are the most nagging person. You're quarrelsome. And he threw Proverbs 21:19 in my face. And then I was doing a lot to just working for this guy. And
Britt.
yeah.
So you get taken advantage of by a complete and absolute scumbag.
Yeah.
And let's forget the money and the hours part. He robbed you and took advantage of you. But beneath that, he promised you something you've wanted for a long time, which is connection, right?
Yeah.
Which is physical intimacy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he absolutely sucks.
I can tell you right now for a fact, because I have the receipts from this girl. She's talking about Brian from the whatever podcast. Have the receipts, timestamps, emails, back and forth from her and him. This guy's got to go.
So Brian's just preying on these young girls like, yo, I need you to do all this work for my podcast. Maybe he's outsourced it to AI now. Who knows? But before in the past, he was doing that. Allegedly. I dropped the link if anyone wants to come defend your man Andrew's honor, or if you'd like to defend Mr. Brian Atlas, or if you'd like to add your 2 cents about how this weird podcast gets in the algorithm so hard, and like everyone knows what it's basically like. White, fresh, and fit, right? That's what it is. It's like the Temu fresh and fit. Seems to me it's geared towards incels that don't know shit about. They don't know shit from Shinola, right? Guy doesn't even know where a fucking clit is. How are you gonna listen to this guy about dating advice? A guy that can't even explain what a fucking clit is and has no clue where the fuck it is. One second, I got so many fucking tabs open. One second. Ooh, there we go. Anybody would like to click that link and come on up. I just need a few minutes here. I gotta organize all these links I got. If you're watching this later, make sure you leave a comment. Did Andrew Wilson jump the shark recently with either that debate? See, what's kind of sad is the debate with that Charlie girl. He pretty much smashed on her all the way through, and then it's just that one moment where he looked weak, and now the internet smells the weakness on him there, and the insecurity. They're gonna be on him like piranhas because of that. That was, again, like I said, that was her flip the table moment because she was just getting smashed on so hard. But that's the clip that's going by. You don't see the rest of that in the little Twitter clip. You don't see that shit. I don't think it'll do him any harm. It's just getting his name out there more, and people will want to tune in. Even if they don't like that kind of guy, they'll want to tune in to see that happen to him again. And I think next time maybe he'll be a little more prepared. I think ultimately it's probably good. There's no publicity is bad publicity type thing. Give me 1 second here. I know I got more links on this shit. The pickle jar one's pretty bad. I don't know how he recovered from that. The guy's bulletproof to come back from the pickle jar. Did we determine if he's got the peg leg or not? I don't know if anyone... I didn't see any comments explaining this. I mean, my back hurts just from looking at this picture right here. let's see here. I gotta have more motherfucking links in this shit. Hold on. I know I had way more. I have this link up. This is... I've never seen this one, actually. I wanted to watch this, so we can watch this one live. Somebody in Andrew's comments was talking about this channel. It's called A Shield for Men. They said that this guy absolutely destroyed Andrew. Andrew won't even talk about him or respond to him. I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't watched this at all. Let's watch it live.
So I'm gonna debunk this guy Andrew Wilson in this video. He's supposed to be, or he's supposedly an anti-feminist who debates a lot of feminists and who supposedly destroys them in debates and all of that. Meanwhile, he actually himself pushes a lot of feminist ideas.
Real quick, I want to shout out to Chance. Shout out to Chance for the Venmo. Appreciate you.
And believes in the patriarchy and all of that nonsense, right? And he pushes this idea of force doctrine, which is complete fucking nonsense. It actually should be called cope doctrine because it's a bunch of cope and delusion. So let's just get into the short video.
My view is that patriarchy is always going to end up being the default.
No, there's no such thing as patriarchy. Patriarchy is a feminist conspiracy theory, and it never existed, right? So he is a feminist because he believes and he pushes this idea of patriarchy.
Especially the more...
Yeah, I've never even watched this, so I don't know if this guy's critique is gonna be good or not. I'm not endorsing or anything. We're watching this live. Let's go. Just want to make sure I'm not saying I'm on this guy's side or anything. I don't know what the fuck he's gonna say.
Feminism there is, you'll push more people into the patriarchy role, and here's why. Because of force doctrine. Force doctrine is a doctrine which I came up with, which tries to describe a phenomenon which you yourself are going to have to concede is true. That half of the world right now, if men decide to, they can basically exterminate every single woman inside of their nations, and there's not a damn thing women can do about it.
So that's just complete copium bullshit, delusion, nonsense, all right? Men would never do that. Men would never, ever, ever do that. Yes, men have more physical strength than women, okay? Men are physically stronger than women, but women are better at psychological warfare. Women are... Men adore women. Men love women. Men worship women. Men obey women, okay? That's why they would never do that. Women have a strong grip on men's psyche, on men's emotion. Okay?
Maybe on this dude's emotion. I don't know. Maybe this dude's a simp or something.
Women dominate men psychologically and emotionally. That's number one. Number two, men hate other men. They compete with other men. They have an anti-male bias, just like the rest of society and just like women have, right? So men would never, ever collectivize and come together and do something on a collective basis against women. It would never happen, especially not something like extreme stuff, right? Like extreme violent stuff. Never happened throughout history, never going to happen, okay? Men, and this is scientifically proven, lack a mechanism that bolsters automatic own group preference, okay? Experiments and a lot of studies have proven.
Where the fuck is this guy from? Before I take him any more serious, he's from one of these weird ass countries.
Proven this. Men have zero positive in-group bias towards other men. They have anti-male bias, actually, and they have pro-female bias. That means they worship women and they favor their mothers over their fathers. Women, on the other hand, they also have pro-female bias, right? That means they can work together way better and network way better together. That's why feminism is so powerful, right? And that's why the men's rights movement has a hard time actually achieving anything. Because men, they cannot work together very well. They cannot coordinate. They cannot network on behalf of their own gender. Meanwhile, women can do these things, all right? So this is just complete fucking nonsense. Like, oh, hypothetically, in my dream scenario that I make up, men could take away women's rights if they really wanted to because they're physically stronger. Yeah, okay. Write a fantasy novel about that, right? Write a science fiction novel about that. Nobody cares about this bullshit. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. It's nonsense.
Andrew does get in the what ifs quite a bit. I feel like it sounds good, but it's not the reality of the world that you currently live in. So some of the shit he says.
Complete fucking cope and delusion. All right. I mean, look at how many studies there are that prove that.
I gotta agree with the chat here saying women don't cooperate. Like this guy's saying, I agree, man. You could look at the WNBA, bro. Like they can't. The WNBA can't even come to grips with. They have one star that everyone wants to see, which clear as day. You can look at all the analytics and see that, and they could all just collectively get behind her, and every single person could make more money. They can't do that though because they can't say this person is the one and only reason everyone's watching. Women are unable to do that, I believe. Same clips you've seen. I mean, I've even seen it on the whatever clips before, where there's women that won't admit that some women aren't beautiful in their own way or something. Like some people are just ugly, bro. Like there's certain women though that won't agree with that statement.
People in general favor women over men. Look at how many studies there are on this, right? People are less willing to harm females than males. This goes for both men and
which people? Black people?
Women. Okay. Men are never gonna do anything on a collective basis against women, especially not.
Yeah, they won't until they do, though. Is this guy's problem? I agree that they won't until they fucking do. It's happened. It happens throughout the world.
Taking away all their rights and shit like that. Complete fucking horseshit.
We can find this in most of the Middle Eastern nations. We can find this.
Complete nonsense. The Middle Eastern nations, yeah. Men actually get beat up in Middle Eastern nations by their women, okay? By women, okay? There are more.
Okay, one more. I'm sorry, I got a kid that's crying. I'm gonna let this play for one more minute. I'm gonna drop out for a minute, but I'll be right back for sure. Again, I'm not endorsing this guy. I was just watching it live, but he sounds a little off base already to me.
More male victims of domestic violence in the Middle East than there are female victims of domestic violence. All right, there are cases in Egypt, right, where they have to establish a men's rights association. Okay, there wouldn't be a need to establish that if men actually had the power in the family, right? How do you explain that, right? And it's the same in the West, where
Yo, EB motherfucking T. Did I just hijack the stream?
Even
What's
though they
up,
have like
y'all?
less physical strength than their husbands.
What are we doing over here? We're
So
doing
how do you
this shit.
explain that, Andrew? How do you explain that?
Doing the
It's
shit.
almost as if women are more powerful than men and have more legal rights than men, despite not having the physical strength, right? This emphasis on physical
I don't even know if I
strength
can. I don't
is
even know if I
complete
can.
fucking nonsense, right?
How do I manage
To
this
give you
right
an
now?
analogy,
My studio. How do I pause?
that's basically like saying the bodyguards of a billionaire, they're more powerful than
I
that
guess we just gotta
billionaire
let this
because
guy
they have more
play.
physical strength. That is complete
guy-
fucking nonsense. All right.
EBT is a
The
clown.
billionaire
Yes,
is
I'm here
obviously
for
more
your
powerful than the
entertainment.
bodyguards.
I
If
am
the
here for your
billionaire
entertainment.
says jump,
Welcome.
the bodyguards ask how high. Okay.
Did Drew
Like,
piss off some of the Crucible cult? I don't know what's going on here. We got people.
I'm not sure. Are they in there? Are they pretty pissed off or what? Sorry, I got kids crying. My wife's got it under control.
I see a few out here. I see a few out here rolling in. You must have hit-
Cruci cucks.
You must have hit it. You must have hit it.
Hey, bro, I said, did he jump the shark? I didn't say he did jump the shark. I said, did he jump the shark?